Watch me sway, darkness falls, and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river, I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep.
All right, West Virginia season's over for me. Haven't hunted West Virginia 25 plus years. Moved down to South Carolina in 2001, so I'm not exactly sure when I hunted West Virginia last, but man, it is rough. I'm going to tell you that right now. My last day here, so I took this one, plus I have a very good story with it. I always like to, when I get good video or a good story on this one. So Facebook has been great. Meeting hunters. I met some guys in West Virginia public land hunting, and they put me onto this spot here. About 2.5 hours away from my mom's home in Pennsylvania, where she lives now. So I'm up there visiting her for Thanksgiving. Decided I was going to come to West Virginia. And a guy was kind enough, man, he brought me out here, showed me all around, drove me around, showed me some places, put me on some spots, and then I came back and scouted. And he had me on some good spots. But the first day I went in, and the thing I liked about it, there was a lot of people here, but I didn't see anyone in the woods. And a couple deer come by me, but they moved through really quickly, and it was old sign. So I think that was a good area whenever there was browse and there was acorns falling. When I sat there, the wind was good that day. I'll give you a big example. It's really two mountains, and I dropped off one side of the mountain. It was really steep, and the wind was blowing over the mountain. So in the bedding area, I was in a buck bedding area. The first day I was actually too much into the bedding area, and I scouted a little bit around 12 to 2, set up in the evening. I found a better spot. I moved in this morning, and as soon as I got there, I think it was an 8-point. Went up over this saddle that I was watching, but it was right at shooting light, and I seen it was a buck, but it was too late. It went into some high grass, but the bucks were cruising that area. But when I was looking down that way, that wind was blowing right in my face, and it was brutal. I don't know if you can hear the wind now, but the wind up on this mountain is just brutal, okay? So it's blowing in my face. I decided to get out of there about 9 o'clock on that side. I went over to where that buck, I seen that buck headed, and what I was seeing around here was lack of food. I wasn't seeing any squirrels, so all the sign was old, lack of food. I finally moved into one area in Laurel where I seen a squirrel. I finally seen a squirrel for the first time. As soon as I seen squirrel, I seen a doe. Stayed there for about a half an hour, and I wanted to come over here, different part of the mountain that I scouted. And the reason I'm going to pull the map up, I'm going to pull a map up. I'll do a map, but the public land had a corner on it, and right on the corner was the private land. There was CRP grass, and there was a different kind of cover. So what I liked was the diversity of the cover there. The other places I was hunting, it was all hardwoods, man, big wide open hardwoods, some laurel in it, but it was all about the same. I really seen on the map over there, I wanted to go over there and try it. And the funny thing about it, there's 3 fingers that go down into right on the border of that private land. Now, one of the things I like in West Virginia that when I used to hunt West Virginia is whenever I find a road, I call them the slinky roads. And what they do is they go down the mountain, and they'll go down, and then they'll just turn, and they'll keep going down the mountain on one finger, but they'll keep going down that mountain, just like if you stretch the slinky out with the corners. I'm slowly making my way down there. So the first day I hunted, Monday. Tuesday I didn't come at all because it rained all day here in West Virginia. Just poured rain, so everything's still quiet. I'm making my way down that trail, and when I get past all the hunter sign, and I'm down in there a good ways, I'm talking 1,000 yards from the vehicle, I start seeing fresh deer sign, fresh tracks, fresh shit. It's starting to look good. I come around this one corner and it's wide open hardwoods. There's some pines mixed in, and I just said to myself on a long straightaway, I said, I think I'm going to get into some deer down here. I get down there about halfway to the next corner, and I'm looking at the next hairpin corner. I'm going to stop there, wait about a half an hour, and I seen this buck take off down. He went straight down the finger. I bad at him. He went down and turned, and he stopped way down there. It probably would have been about a 300-yard shot, but it would have been downhill, very steep. But I just wanted him to stop. He stopped, and I grunted at him, and then I doe bleeded, and I watched him walk off into a ravine. He was going to that other finger. Them 3 fingers that were going down to that diverse habitat. He went to that right finger in that ditch. So what I did, I kept going down that slinky, and I went down below him, below the bench that he stopped on. I waited about a half an hour. I went down there. I went below him, and I start to slide over to his ditch and his ravine. And what I started to see squirrels fighting over there. Loved it. Squirrels fighting over their food. Then I seen a turkey, and then I watched a flock of turkey over there eating. And I thought to myself, that's where the food is. This buck is bedding on this finger, diverse habitat down below. He's going to go over there and he's going to eat, and he's going to make his way down to all that other habitat where there's other food at. So what I did, I got down into a place and I started to mark where I was going to go. I was going to come back on Friday. And I marked a place where I was sitting in. There's a bunch of blowdowns all over this mountain. I got down in that blowdown and sat in that blowdown for a while, and I could just see those turkeys every once in a while. So then I convinced myself, I thought a lot of times I kicked this deer out at 12 o'clock, 12 noon, I kicked him out of his bed in a blowdown. A lot of times they will circle back to their bedding area right at dark. I've had that happen to me up in PA a lot whenever I used to hunt PA. And I slid over there. I got down below where it bedded, and I was looking over where all those turkey were feeding, but I could barely see the turkeys. And I thought to myself, I think that I could slide over there, go deadfall to deadfall to deadfall, and get over there closer. I want to see that other finger. I want to look at the side of that finger that's pointed to me. If he comes back on the finger I'm on, I'll be able to nail him. So I slide in there. I get to a big oak. And it's almost like one of those things where, man, if I go one more. So what I did, I turned my GoPro on my head on, and I snuck up to the next one, and I'm looking up over there. Can't see the turkeys anymore. I slide around this big oak, and I sit down on this oak. I sit down, and I'm looking with my binoculars for the turkey and for any deer on that opposing side. And all of a sudden, he comes up out of that ditch, right back over into where those squirrels are messing around. I took a picture. There was some acorn caps with some deer shit around it. So I knew it was active. It was fresh sign over in that area. He comes right up there, and it's my last day. I figure I'll stay home Friday with my mom. I may do some scouting in Pennsylvania. First day of Pennsylvania is on Saturday. So what I did, he come up there. He looked right at me. I had the GoPro on. I think the GoPro is going to give me some pretty good video. And I dropped him right there on the mountain, probably 25 yards. No brow tines, or he'd have been an 8. So he's a 6 point. I'll take him. First West Virginia buck here in a while. 3-hour drag out of there with my cart. So, man, I worked for this one. If he'd have been any bigger, man, I may have had a heart attack. But I'll take him for my first one. Pennsylvania, I'm going to wait on a bigger one, an 8 point at least down there. The county I'm hunting in is 8 point or better, so we are in a different state. I don't know if this will be my last. I'll probably come back here again. I'll probably come back to West Virginia again. You just gotta prepare for the drag, be ready for it. And nice area down in there I found. Nice area the guy showed me whenever the wind. I got multiple places. That was my plan this year, was to get multiple places for different winds. It was calm as could be down there. Seen the turkeys in the evening when I was getting this buck up out of there. So thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. West Virginia buck now. We're heading to Pennsylvania next, and then we're going to be back in South Carolina to finish off December. Stay tuned.
Yeah, oh my Lord, Watch me sway, darkness falls, and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river, I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me